Hey guys, I'm talking mindset today, which I'm really excited about. It's one of my favorite topics because I believe it can be a real game changer. A few years ago, I read the book Mindset, and in this book, Carol Dweck, the author, explains the difference between two different mindsets that we can adopt. On the one hand, we have a fixed mindset. In a fixed mindset, we believe that we either have what it takes or we don't. We are either born with that talent that we need or not. So this is quite fixed, right? We can't change that. Obviously, this really has a big impact on how we think, for example, about our mistakes. When you come out of the arena and you made a mistake in the ring, you might feel that this is quite personal, like you are not good enough because there is proof, that because you made the mistake, that you don't have what it takes. Maybe not directly after one time, but if this would happen several times in a row or a few shows in a row or after a long period of time, you might start to feel like, oh, I don't really have what it takes, so what's the point? Your motivation will drop because you start to wonder, like, why do I put so much effort into this, so much time, energy, money perhaps? And we feel like, maybe even dropping out or giving up because we might believe that we just are not good enough. We don't have what it takes. Now, obviously, this has a big impact on your motivation. So it's not really helpful to stay in this mindset. But when we're not aware of it, obviously we can't change it. And this is really where I was years ago when I was writing full time. I was 100% in this fixed mindset. And the reason why I love talking about this so much is because I still believe that there is, generally in the equestrian world, there is still quite a fixed mindset out there. And the reason I say that is because I still hear a lot of comments like, he or she's really talented, or he's really gifted, or she's got a great eye, or, well, she can't ride, or he's not really good enough. These comments, over time, they make us believe that maybe I am also not good enough, or maybe I am. So this creates this idea that we can't really change the situation. On the other hand, a growth mindset is the opposite. So the second mindset Carol Dweck talks about is a growth mindset. And in a growth mindset, we believe that the talent is not really the predictor for success. And I'll repeat that because it's really important. Talent does not define whether we become successful or not, and research is really proving this. I'll talk about that in another video. But in a growth mindset, we believe the opposite. We believe that right now we don't know how far we'll get. We don't know how successful we're going to be. But we do know that if we keep working on improvement, if we keep working on deliberately working on getting better every day, these small steps of improvement over time will lead to big achievements. And how big they will be, how successful we will be, what maybe successes we will get or win, we don't know yet. But we do know that we can become better and better if we keep working on this in a smart way. So obviously you can imagine that this can be a real game changer when you notice the difference. You can adapt and you can grow into that growth mindset. Now there's a challenge for us. We can learn how to grow into that growth mindset. So here are a few tips, and hopefully they will help you to do the same. First of all, I think that reading the book Mindset, I always recommend this to everyone, can really help a lot because Carol really explains the two different mindsets, obviously, and really about how you can shift and grow into that growth mindset. She'll also really gives great examples of what it means to be in one or the other. And you might notice that in some areas of your life, you're in a growth mindset, and in other areas of your life, you're in a fixed mindset, which is great. Once you're aware of it, you can change it. So that's tip number one, read the book. Second is you want to start thinking about how you can improve. When we grow into that growth mindset, we're constantly focused on how can I still get better? And talking to top riders in show jumping, I really noticed that that's what they have in common. They're really focused on constantly thinking, how can I still get better? How can I improve my horses? So you can do the same. think for yourself how, or actually first, what you still want to improve. What do you still want to work on, or what can really help you to get to the next level? Then the next step would be brainstorm how you're going to do this. What are all the exercises that you can apply, that you can use to get better? You can think outside the box. You can ask questions to actually get answers faster. Maybe colleagues, other writers, friends, ask them, how would you improve this? How would you work on this? You know, what bit would you use in this situation? Whatever it might be. Another way to think outside the box is think bigger. Instead of just writing skills, there's so many different elements that have a big impact on success. And maybe it's physical, that you could maybe get stronger. Maybe it's mental, that you mentally could be stronger, more positive or more consistent. Maybe there are many, different elements that could really stand in the way of you succeeding. Maybe it's people skills, managing skills, whatever it might be. There's so many books out there that you can, read to improve yourself, to learn and grow. So write all these different things down, which you could do to improve, and then make a plan. Plan it in. Really think about what you're gonna do when. If you don't make this plan, then it's all kind of a wish, and it's a great idea, but the chances of you really acting on it, really applying it, is still small. So make a plan it in, work backwards. What are the things you need to do to get to the next level? When are you going to do what? And then lastly, think small steps. We often have this idea that we need to have this big achievement, or this big thing, or better horse that will change my career. However, often this is not the case. It's often the small things that we do every day over time that create a big difference. Imagine that you start today and you make a tiny little step and you keep improving. Imagine what you can achieve over time. It's huge. So just start really small. Start applying little things that you can do to improve, and keep focusing on improvement. When you do fall off the wagon or you do fail, just keep thinking, what can I learn from this? How can I learn from this? What am I going to do differently? And make a plan. Work from there. It's all feedback. So I really hope this is helpful for you. Let me know how, or if this has worked for you, or if you need more tips, let me know. And I would say enjoy the process, enjoy the ride, and keep improving.